Hi guys, welcome back for another issue of Ignition DVD.
This time around, it's our SEMA special.
That's right, we've got heaps of action from the 2007 SEMA show as well as our USA trip.
We also couldn't wait, and we've put in footage from our recent trip to Japan as well.
And most importantly, we've got some of the best cars the Australian car scene has to offer. Well, to kick off this issue, let's start with our cover car, Anthony's hot-looking R32 Skyline.
This car's also got the bite to match its bark with a big RB3025 engine setup.
And then after that, we check out the 2007 SEMA show. Talk about crazy, over 2,000 traders and 100,000 industry people from around the world.
SEMA is simply the international pinnacle of the modified car scene. And Vegas, it's a whole lot of fun too.
Any stories for us?
Probably not any I could say to you or say on camera. But don't worry, Vegas during SEMA is a whole lot of fun. It was Halloween too.
Ooh, very cool.
Only in America, it's some of the craziest stuff you'll see. Let's check it out.
Some cars are built in a flash, pulled off the road and built top to tail in one hit, while others are built up and evolved over time. Anthony's R32 Skyline GTS-T has transformed over the last 4 years from a dead stock non-turbo to one of the most well-known cars in the Sydney car scene.
Hi, I'm Anthony, 24 from Sydney. It's my R32 Skyline. I bought the car in 2001. It was standard except for an air filter and fog lights. Back then, I was new to driving and my parents didn't want me to buy a turbo car. I was living at home and so this came up. I just thought, why not? Before I bought the car, I had a Photoshop R32 and it was similar to a sort of candy red colour, 20-inch AMEs and interior and all that. And I thought that's the look I want to achieve with this car and I'm going to do it, doesn't matter what. MC Racing painted candy red, Master Auto trimmed the interior, and I found a set of wheels in Perth, genuine AMEs, and brought them over, put them on, and that was it.
12 months after he bought the car, it was sideswiped, but Anthony looked at the bright side and fitted genuine GTR guards front and rear, along with GTR side skirts and front bar. The car was then sprayed in House of Colour Candy Apple Red by Brian L. Hassan of MC Racing fame back in 2004. Since then, the timeless colour has been upgraded with Crystal Effects graphics by Amanda of Heaven Sent fame, and some tribal graphics from MFX, with Basser from 2 Sus Custom Resprays laying down some clear coats. The new look is accentuated by the carbon bonnet, front lip, Ganador mirrors and the clear indicators.
Well, since 2004, a lot changed in the scene. Like, the paintwork was nice. It was different. No one had done that to a Skyline. And then people started doing graphics and marble effects, and we saw the crystal effect. We thought we'll try the crystal effect. No one had done it before. We did the crystal effect, and then we did the graphics.
Setting it all off is a set of genuine 20 by 9-inch AME model arts, wrapped in Toyo Proxys 4s. The R33 GTS front and R32 GT-R rear calipers were smoothed and chromed, and look a treat. They also work thanks to the UAS Spacer Kit on the front, enabling the fitment of 330mm rotors, Project Mu braided lines and Bendix pads.
Three-piece made by Enki in Japan. They're a genuine Japanese wheel. They're not cheap, they're not going to fall apart, and they're just a good quality wheel.
When Anthony first did the exterior, he also had the interior totally overhauled. The R34 GT-R front seats and R32 GT-R rear seats were retrimmed in bone leather, along with the rest of the interior. The chromed plastics brighten things up, and the white face dials and Defi gauges give Anthony essential driving info. A JVC head unit with 7-inch screen leads the Northwest Customs ICE install, with focal 3-way splits and custom door pods showing off the crossover, and a custom enclosure on the parcel shelf holds 4 MB courts 2 ways. The custom fiberglass boot enclosure holds 4 MTX 12-inch subs, 3 amplifiers, and there's a 15-inch screen in the boot lid. With style, comfort, tunes and braking taken care of, there was only one part left to make the perfect package: a killer engine combo.
The motor had a package running gear, RB26 single turbo, ready to go. Come from another car and didn't work out. The motor wasn't what we expected, so we put the old motor back in it, the non-turbo 2-litre. Left it like that for a while till we worked out what we were going to do. Decided 3-litre would be the way to go with a twin cam head, and then just went from there.
The engine bay is one of the neatest we've seen, clean enough to eat your dinner off. With all the wiring hidden, the bay was smoothed and painted. Every nut, bolt and bracket has been either painted, chromed or polished. Even the alternator is chromed. Simply stunning. But hey, don't let its looks fool you, it packs a mean punch. A fully forged RB30 bottom end gives plenty of 3-litre torque and is matched to an RB25 twin cam head for top end flow. The carbon effect cam covers are RB26 items though. A GT35 turbo sits on a custom manifold with a 38mm external gate and sounds awesome. The .86 rear housing combined with the 3-litre capacity gives the car plenty of low down power and response. A JJR intercooler with custom piping feeds the air to the custom plenum through the Q45 80mm throttle body. A custom fuel rail holds 800cc side injectors, which Anthony also polished by hand. Anthony even removed the anodizing from the Speedflow fittings and polished them too. Now that's attention to detail. A custom oil cooler kit and JJR radiator help keep the hybrid engine cool, while a Microtech LT12 manages the ensemble. The engine was still being run in on our shoot, but its torque had no problem frying the clutch. The RB25 box and GT-R rear end are holding up just fine though.
With this car, at Dartone Racing, we've done everything bar trim the actual interior and apply the paint and graphics. We stripped the car every time it was painted, we fitted it. We stripped the interior, we fitted the interior, we built the motor. Everything was done in-house. Basically, Dartone Racing, it began when my cousin and we worked for my uncle at Dartone Automotives, and then we moved on, wanted to do more of the performance thing, and this was the first car all out that we did. Everyone looks at it. They see the colour and the graphics and the noise, and they look at it and they don't know what to say. But it's different. They haven't seen that kind of thing before. Skylines are normally standard colour, 18-inch Japanese wheels or something like that, and big motor, but this is everything.
Fitting a multi-plate clutch is on the cards, along with an even bigger turbo.
The car will always be a street car. From day one, I built it to be a street car and take it to the occasional show. That's always what I wanted. Mainline
Dynalog dynos are the world's most advanced chassis dyno. Owned and assembled right here in Australia, they set the standard for 21st century technology and accuracy. They're known as the No Fudge Dyno. Mainline Dynalog is the official dyno supplier and operator for the Auto Salon National Power Championship, used for its accuracy, repeatability and consistency. With over 500 logging channels available and advanced software, compiling and analysing data is a breeze. They can also plug in to many leading aftermarket ECUs for further diagnostic and logging options. High-quality deep knurled rollers along with tie-down hoops give unrivaled traction. Real-world testing has seen well over 1,000 horsepower at the wheels. No fuss, no sweat. So no matter what you put into your car, Mainline will make sure you get the most out.
SEMA is the world's biggest car show. It stands for Specialty Equipment Market Association and is an international trade show. It offers a chance for automotive aftermarket parts manufacturers to showcase their products to distributors and workshops. It also showcases the latest trends, products and technologies. Not to mention, it's one of the wildest 4 days on the international event calendar and is not to be missed. We're back in Las Vegas for SEMA 2007 to check out the latest trends, technologies and products as part of our car scene. So let's get in there and see what's hot. Held in Las Vegas towards the end of each year for 4 days, SEMA is massive, covering over 2 million square feet in 5 halls and an enormous outdoor area. Over 2,000 exhibitors and 100,000 people attend from over 100 countries. It's a great place to do business on an international or domestic level. Some manufacturers use SEMA to launch new products. In the case of Lexus, they used SEMA 2007 to launch their new ISF, along with their new performance product range. Formula D also announced their 2008 schedule, along with details of their new TV shows and international events. 2008 is set to be an exciting year for drifting in America. A bunch of Australian manufacturers were there, showcasing their products to the global market, including Fulcrum Suspension with their Super Pro bushers, Disc Brakes Australia and SMB exhausts. TurboSmart had their full range on display and also used SEMA to launch one of their newly sponsored cars, Mike Murillo's Outlaw Mustang drag car. Featuring a 3,000 horsepower twin-turbo V8, it certainly is tough and attracted plenty of attention with its turbos mounted in the boot. Haltech also had their full product lineup on display and also released their new Platinum Series ECU, which is a plug-and-play unit for the 350Z and is currently being developed for further models of cars.
We've been coming to the SEMA show now for, I think it's 4 years in a row. We've been here 2 or 3 times before that. We come here to promote our products in the US. We do a good job of that. We've set up an office over here, so we're here to sell. Yeah, so at SEMA this year in 2007, we've launched our new platform of ECUs. It's a brand new ECU for us. We've had it in development for a couple of years now. We've released it as a 350Z only ECU to start with. That's going to expand. We're also releasing a number of other plug-in vehicle-specific ECUs, and then in around 6 months' time we'll have our generic ECU that's come out. We've got all new software for that. Got our engineers working overtime on that, and have been for a couple of years now, so that's being received really well. We've got that on this car behind me, actually, you see, making 1,016 horsepower on the Dyno Dynamics dynamometer at the wheels, so certainly proving itself.
SEMA has 5 halls and 11 trade sections. The outdoor area is absolutely huge, as the convention centre struggles to hold the event. Extra halls are put up, and there is another Traders Alley along with a heap of killer rides. The Dub magazine stand here at SEMA is always completely off the hook. Everything here is damn cool. Lowriders, they've got trucks, they've got Euro cars, Porsches here are slammed on big chrome. No matter what it is, as long as it's pimp, it can be here at the Dub magazine stand. For us, the sections to see are the Mobile Electronics and Technology section, Restyling and Accessories, Racing and Performance, and the Performance Wheel and Tyre Hall. To get people to your stand, you either need the maddest car, the hottest girls, the coolest celebrity, or a combination of all three. The Wheel and Tyre Hall seems to attract the most amount of all three. Now, if bling's your thing, you have to come past the Lexani and Asante wheel stand here at SEMA 2007. These guys have got the hottest Euros and lowriders on their stand. There's always celebrities cruising through. Now, these guys are famous for their $2 million diamond and ruby encrusted wheels. Now, on top of their wheel lineup, they've also got their own lifestyle magazine, and new for 2008 is their Asante luxury grill range.
Yo, Australia, man, what's good, man? Lil B from the pack, man. You know what I'm saying? We repping out here, man. Lexani booth, man, feeling very, very good. Once again, Australia, I love you. What is going on, man? You already know what I'm repping for. Ignition, you know what I'm saying? We love you, Australia.
There's plenty of bling, and exotic cars are everywhere, sporting luxury and race wheels. Lamborghini, Ferrari, Bentley, Rolls-Royce, Porsche, it's all there. We even found a couple of super rare Porsche Carrera GTs. Now, this is something you just don't see in Australia. A wheel stand that has an ultra-rare multi-million-dollar Carrera GT, a Ferrari 360, a brand new M3, and a Porsche GT3, and all of them have been modified in some way. Kat Von D from TV show LA Inc. was on the Dunlop stand, along with the famous D1 driver, Ken Nomura.
Hello, this DVD, ignition DVD. Do you eat?
There was plenty of other famous drivers around, and we also bumped into Daijiro Inada from Option Magazine. All right, we're here with Ken Gucci on the Toyo stand, one of the drivers in the Formula Drift Series. How you doing, man?
Good. How are you?
Yeah, not too bad. So how'd this year's season go for yourself?
Well, the season it could have been better for us, but I guess we've had some mechanical failures of the car.
Man, you must be having a lot of power to be able to turn R1Rs and put out a lot of smoke, man. What sort of powers are the car putting out now?
On our new car, the new Ford Racing Mustang, we were pushing about 700 horsepower to the wheels. So it was enough to get the R1R spinning, but we had to bump with the pressure.
So for the rest of this year, you're going to finish off by, you're going to try out for the D1 All-Stars? You're going to try and head into that as well? Or?
Yes, we will definitely be at the D1 All-Stars.
You know there's going to be some Australian drivers there this year, don't you?
Good.
The queue for autographs was often long, especially at the Maguire stand. It was a good way for Maguire's to attract plenty of people to check out their existing and new product lineup. We also bumped into famous painters Steve Van Diemen and Craig Fraser at the House of Colour stand. Our friends from West Coast Customs were also there with the West Coast Customs Experience.
The big part of West Coast Customs Experience is open up classes for hands-on demonstrations. I mean, a lot of people come to SEMA and they stand there and watch people do stuff. This is a way for people to work hands-on with my guys, learning fabrication, learning how to weld, learning how to do upholstery, learning how to do audio and video, learning how to do vinyl wraps. I mean, who would know that you could come to SEMA and get a class working with my guys?
Girls are an important part of SEMA. Eye candy helps bring punters to your stand and helps project your image. This was certainly evident in the Wheel and Tyre Hall. The Toyo girls were some of the hottest there and were kept busy all week. Check out our Girls of SEMA feature to see some more. Along with releasing new products, SEMA is also an indicator of new trends. In the sports compact tuner market, it's obvious that drifting and drag racing are still strong. But time attack is the new big thing. The amount of time attack and drift cars on display was astounding. Some of the cars were truly extreme. To see them in more detail, check out our Cars of SEMA feature. SEMA is also the place to see new products. Big names such as Teen and Gretty had a host of gear and cool cars on display. It's also a chance to check out parts for new models. There was a few new model WRXs around the place, some supporting some serious mods already. The move out on Friday afternoon is one of the coolest things, as you get to see some of the wildest cars driving out. It certainly is a spectacle. For more information on the SEMA show, head to semashow.com.
Three, two, one, go.
By
signing up to the Hot Fours newsletter, you'll be ahead of the pack when it comes to the latest news, event info, what's on the forums, and a sneak preview of what's in the next issue. It's easy to sign up. Just head to www.hotfours.com and follow the links to the newsletter page. There you can tell us a little more about yourself, and when you hit the submit button, you've instantly put yourself in the running to win great prizes each and every month. Go on. What are you waiting for? Go.
Well, that show was huge. I feel sorry for you guys trying to cover everything.
It was a mission. Only 2 days to cover over 2 million square feet of car show. Took a while to recover, but it was certainly worth it.
Then we've got some more cool feature cars coming up, including a decked out WRX wagon.
Then we've also got a feature that takes a closer look at some of the wilder cars we found at SEMA.
It was written in stone that unholy forces beyond our recognition would claim the end of days. Of the four beasts, the harbinger of death yielded the power to corrupt even the purest of hearts, blacken the most noble of thoughts, and blaze a path of havoc from here to the sky. Veiled in black as dark as pitch, third in line for evil. It's time to take a trip to the netherworld in one apocalyptic WRX.
Hello, it's me, Joe. I'm from Sydney, I'm 25, and that's my WRX. I've always wanted a wagon for something different.
From the outside, this Rexy seems minimalist, but the changes it's undergone are staggering.
When I first got the car, it was white, standard, nothing done to it.
From that, all it took to give it an ultra-aggressive stance was the right choice of rim and suspension. Easily achieved with a simple setup consisting of a set of 18-inch HP Racing rims wrapped in low-profile rubber and some King springs. Well, Joe and the team at Argyle Automotive always had the vision of keeping this a dedicated street car. It does carry some show style with a full custom interior. A complete tan leather retrim with some serious attention to detail is the highlight of a very plush interior. Like everything about the car, nothing is in excess, and the little touches like the custom WRX embroidery in the seats and embossed accents in all the doors. Flush mounted on the dash are 2 Autometer Pro Comp gauges and a custom pod. Pop the hatch and 2 MTX powered subs and amps controlled by a fold-out Pioneer DVD head unit. Highs and mid-range pump out of the 7x10-inch Kenwood speakers and a custom parcel shelf, and Alpine splits front and rear. When you've got a killer system, tidy interior, and tough streets exterior, all that's left is to wind up the boost and unleash some hell.
I was getting a haircut once, and the guy, he sent me to Argyle Automotives. As soon as I got there, he told me about the low compression. After that, we changed it to 2.5, done the works, injectors, extractors, rods, pistons, you name it. It's incredible what kind of work you've done to it.
Under the hood, the 2-litre was done away with for a fully forged 2.5-litre boxer with MY99 heads. When you've got those extra cubes to fill, the standard snail ain't gonna cut it. So a Garrett GT35R was fitted on a tubular exhaust manifold. Oh, and did we mention that it's externally gated? To keep it all running in check, a custom intercooler, exhaust and intake handled the airflow. Fuel supply was beefed up with a bigger pump and injector combo, all managed by a Microtech ECU. To handle power, the gearbox has been toughened up and a heavy-duty clutch was added. The standard diffs are holding up so far under some pretty extreme conditions.
My favourite thing is the G-Force donuts, man. I love doing the donuts.
Although Joe's not quite as evil as Raven Rexy, with the ultimate mix of power and street, if you see this dark horse in your rear view, you know the end is near. Toyo tyres are a leader in the sports compact car industry. They pride themselves on performance, quality and value. They have a tyre range to suit all car enthusiasts. Toyo are big supporters of the sports compact car scene in Australia. They're the naming rights sponsor of the Sports Compact Drag Racing Series and the Drift Australia Championship Series. Team Toyo was created to help support some of Australia's top race teams and drivers, including Adam Truella and the Slide Effects Drift Team, Corporal Christian Pickering in the CTS 180SX, GT Auto Sound's Mental R34, Denzo the Great, Danny Vahumis from JMS, Australia's only pro-female